Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Happy Easter. I'm Dennis.
I'm Andrew.
We are known as Crafty Lumberjacks. We're so excited to be here again, crafting with you all, getting crafty for Easter. Today, we're making these adorable little Easter egg people. Let's see if they're not. You can't watch. They're very washed out, but
that's okay. You're gonna see them up close.
Yeah, you get the idea.
They are so cute. What we love about this craft is they're so versatile. So if you don't have these materials at home, you can make them probably with things you already have. So
yes, we're also going to be sharing our favorite tips and tricks on how to cut felt. Today, we're going to be focusing a lot on the Fiskars scissors. We also do a giveaway here at the end of every class.
Yes, so you have to wait for the end of the class to join the giveaway, but it's just for you who are here right now. Very exciting stuff. We always do in every class, so you should join our next class.
Yes, and we'll also be using the Lilac Loop Rotary cutter a bunch. It has a really fun, nifty handle there, so it's really easy to use and cut. It also has a fun little safety button there, and it's one of our favorite little gadgets.
Yes, I love that thing. We're also going to be giving away a cutting mat, which you will see on our tabletop, and these precision cutters right here. I love these. These are so great.
Those are wire cutters.
Yes, precision wire cutters. But should we get started?
Yes, I also want to just plug, we do these classes every month. Our next class is going to be in April. We're actually creating these larger-than-life lilac scissors here for your craft room, or they're great if you are a teacher or
if you want to give them to a teacher or an educator.
Yes, they're really fun for photo shoots and just to have in your craft room.
I was going to say, this is a great craft too if you just have a lot of cardboard boxes and you want to use them up and just make a big impact of, you know, something really fun. I think this is going to be a really fun craft to do with all of you, so join us for that. Dennis is trying to log on right now to
so I could be on the chat, but I'm having trouble getting on, but I guess we can worry about that later.
Yeah, so if you have something that you really want to be answered, just keep...
Tough.
I was going to say, just keep typing it. I'm sure someone will say it.
Yeah, of course, we have the team from Fiskars here that chime in. If you have any questions, they'll be on the chat as well.
Yes.
And let's hop to it.
Okay.
So we can switch cameras here.
Yes, and maybe we can show these bunnies a little better. Here we go.
I'm glad to hear it.
Oh
my God.
Now we have the computer talking. Okay, so here are the bunnies we're going to be making today. How adorable are these? We made a set of 3, but we're going to focus on making 2. We're going to focus on the mama and the baby today. I mean, how adorable are these? I think what's really fun about these, they can be really customized. We're going to show you how we made these specifically, but, you know, like any craft, make them your own. They really don't need to mimic exactly what we did at all.
Which I think is fun about these too, is that you can use these as table settings, or you can kind of, or place card settings rather. And what I think is fun is Andrew and I, we have a niece and nephew that always like to get crafty with us. So this is a great opportunity to take out the materials, lay them out for your kids or your family members, and just have a little crafty day. Because I think it's just so fun, and you're always so surprised what people come up with when you just hand them all the materials.
Absolutely. So today we're gonna start with the little baby first. He is the easiest one out of the 3. So we thought we would start with that one. And once you see how we did it, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, so simple and adorable.
Yeah. So Michael sells these toilet paper rolls, for lack of a better word.
We call them craft
rolls. Excuse me. Yeah. But you can also use your own if you have. We have some here too as well. So, you know, use what you got or pick it up at the craft store, which we always suggest. We love getting lost in the aisles there at Michael's. Andrew, a little too long.
Yes.
I'm more of the get in, get what we need to get, and get out. Andrew is the one that just will stay in for hours and hours and hours.
You know, I like to browse. I like to take my time, especially, you know, when the holiday stuff's coming out. You know, I want to see it all. I want to see it all.
Yeah, so we have our little roll here. Well, I'm going to be using the Fiskars the Fiskars craft blade to just cut it down, because we're making 3 different sizes of egg bunnies. We want to cut them down. We want them to be different sizes. So of course, be careful when doing this. Always watch your fingers. Really easy though. You can just poke it and just cut one down a little shorter than the rest. That one we'll use for the baby. You of course could kind of use a ruler and a pencil if you want to be a little more specific there. I'm just, you know, going for it. And while we work on this, we're going to use the rough edge for the placement of our egg head, so that no matter what, they'll always be standing sturdy.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's a great tip. And I think if you're doing a cluster of 3, having them in different sizes is going to give you a more interesting look. So I think, just cutting them down, it's one extra step, but it really does make a difference. Okay.
Absolutely.
So you want to cut the little baby one too?
Oh, that was okay. I thought I was doing the baby. So you want it a little smaller?
Yeah.
Okay. So same deal. I'm just gonna find a little spot. I just want a little smaller. So maybe like here.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And I like to puncture it first and then kind of just work my way around the tube here. If you're using, these are a little thicker than toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls. So you could probably do this with the scissors.
The Fiskars
Scissors. But I'm using the craft blade just because they're a little sturdier. Which is also why, if you're going to be crafting with these and you want them to last for a really long time, we always suggest getting these rolls.
The craft blade is one of our, tools we go to all the time. I love the Fiskars craft blade. This is always like in arm's reach. What's great with this, it's really versatile. You can cut like heavy stuff like cardboard with it. You can also cut paper, really intricate cuts with it.
Yes.
We also use it for clay, like cutting clay. So it's one of those tools you're really going to use a lot.
And of course, like all the Fiskars stuff, they all come with replaceables.
Yes.
So it's really easy to kind of detach if you need a new blade, really easy to just take out there and replace with a new blade.
But I have to say, we rarely...
I don't think we've ever... This has been our craft blade for 6 years, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. They don't get dull very quickly. Yeah. So, but love it.
But that's smart they think about that.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to start with the baby here. So now we're just going to make the baby little outfit here. We're using felt. And of course, customize it your own, do your own colors. I'm using the light blue here for the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to kind of find a straight edge. And I'm just going to kind of measure, eyeball it, take my little body, and just line it up on my mat here. I guess, again, which is so great with Fiskars, they give you all the lines, the measurements. So this looks like 2.5. I'm going to use my acrylic ruler here.
Love the acrylic ruler because you can see through it.
Yeah,
it
makes it so easy to line everything up, keep everything straight. Let me just double check my...
It's also really good if you're a crafter who's not great at math, and I'm talking about myself here, with an acrylic ruler, with the mat, even if you're not counting, if you're not looking, it's much easier to do.
Look at this. I love this because you feel like Freddy Krueger here.
Oh.
But it just pops up the blade. And then, of course, they have the little safety here. So when you're done, you just hit the button and it goes back. So this way, no one will get hurt, no one gets cut. And also just the color is popping.
It's very cute.
Yes, we had a debate about this last year, that it was lilac or what was the other color?
Periwinkle? I don't know.
Periwinkle? But these are the lilac.
Yes, these are lilac.
And they're one of our favorites. I think they came out last year. So really easy to use. This is actually good if you have dexterity issues and have trouble kind of holding onto stuff, or, very easy, very comfortable to use. And just line it up with the ruler there and just cut as straight as possible. Because the blade is so sharp, you only need one cut.
Tina said, I love the lilac color.
I know. Isn't this so fun? This one of this is our go-to. And of course, we're making the lilac scissors next month.
Yes. I was going to say, well, we love... I do love this mat. You really can puncture into it, but you really don't need to press that hard with the rotary cutter at all. The blade is so sharp, you really don't have to push down too hard, which makes it really easy to craft with.
So I just took this, rolled it around, see how much I needed. We're doing this straight across here. We're not making a little pantsuit or a dress or anything like that. So it just has to kind of wrap around itself a little bit. So I'm just going to use my scissor here. You, of course, could use the rotary cutter, but I'm just going to cut it down.
All right.
And then I'm going to do my baby stripes.
Baby stripes. Baby
okay,
stripes.
You have the other piece there.
Yes, here you go.
I think what's really fun about these, I guess we can kind of show the little baby just as we're kind of working on him. So you see him in the background. We always like to use a handful of different colors. I think that really kind of sets these apart and makes them really fun and unique. So we encourage you, and what's great about this project too is you can use a lot of your scrap pieces.
Yes, I was going to say, I love the felt section at Michael's because they have a ton of colors. They're very inexpensive. So you can just grab a ton and use them throughout the season. A lot of these are scraps that we've just had from other projects.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make some stripes here so that Andrew can decorate with them.
Yes.
And again, just a tip that I always like to use when I'm cutting felt, even pressure on your ruler, because sometimes the ruler will slip as you're kind of cutting, so you just want to make sure that when you cut through your felt, you just hold the ruler kind of at the top and the bottom.
Jana said, where and how is Teddy? Teddy is
Oh my
our
God,
cat,
Teddy
if you
is
haven't been
taking
with
a
us.
nap.
We are very fortunate that he is sleeping right now, just because, usually he likes to lay right on top of the felt. So we're very fortunate. He's doing great. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, he's actually been like such an angel. Such an angel the last, sometimes it can get a little nasty. Not nasty, but like, he'll wake us up at night, that kind of stuff. But lately he's been like so chill, and he's like been vibing with our schedule.
Does anyone else out there have like a crafty pet that loves to just join in at the most, I'm not going to say annoying times, but the most like, when you're really in the zone, when you're in the zone, like, do you have a pet that loves to just help out by sitting on stuff or, nagging you? Because we sure do.
But also, I gotta tell you, I feel like Teddy is so in tune with our like vibrations that I was, we're selling a house on Long Island, my family's house, and we had the open house this weekend, and I was feeling like anxiety about going to the house, and I want to kind of spy and see who's walking in and out of the house. But it is about an hour and 20-minute long drive. And I was like, well, what do? I just drive there, and then I sit there, and then I, get upset and just see these random people going in and out of my house. And then at that moment, as I was debating on whether to go or not, Teddy came up. He snuggled right next to me, laid down, and I was like, that's my sign to not go. Teddy was like, don't go. Stop it. Stop it. Just stay here with me.
All right. Andrea said, said the rotary cutter looks like it cuts so easy. I need one of those now. I know. Did you see how thin Dennis made these strips with like no issues?
Sorry, I'm kibitzing about something else.
I know.
Of course.
Yes.
Typical.
All right. Okay, so now we're going to glue on these strips. Now, you could use craft glue. When I was making this, I decided I was just going to use a glue gun, and I actually still stand by that. So
I love that.
So I'm just going to use a glue gun for this, but a craft glue would work just fine. Let me see. So as you can see in the back here, it's a little sloppy, but that's kind of how sometimes I like to craft. I don't, I know the way I'm going to decorate with this, I'm never going to show the back. If you are going to have this like in a centerpiece of a table where people are walking around all the way around, then you might want to clean it up a little bit more.
Yeah, or you could even give like a little backing piece. So like kind of do that, and then kind of just put like a little
I'm going to try to make it look nicer than I made. I'm going to do that right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start laying out my pieces. And for this, I'm just going to glue the ends. Let's see, I'm going to lay this out first. These are great strips, Dennis. Nice job.
Thank you. I worked very hard. I also just like, can you believe we're already pushing April here? I feel like January it's a slow crawl, and now all of a sudden we're right into spring.
I know.
It's insane.
I mean, I'm happy about it, but all of a sudden it's going to be Christmas and like Halloween already.
Please don't. We're actually in the crazy world of crafting. We're actually kind of focusing on Halloween and Christmas projects already.
We're thinking about it.
I know.
What are going to be the trends? Okay, so what I'm going to do, because I'm not using craft glue, I'm going to just glue. I'm going to dab on 2 little spots. So like one here.
You want to just come up a little more?
Sure, thank you. And then I'll do another dot over here.
Very cute. They actually do. We're just using the hot glue gun today, and what we also recommend at Michael's, they have a foam and felt glue, which is similar to the craft glue in the gold container, but we use the felt and foam glue a lot. Let me see if should I get it?
I do like the felt and foam glue because I just feel like it. I don't know. It could all be marketing, but it does feel like it specifically is for that, so it does work really, really well.
Yeah,
there we go.
So typically we'll either use, for this part, the felt and foam glue or just a regular craft glue.
Now, what I love about this, we basically are making our own textile. Like if you wanted to use fabric instead, you could use a patterned fabric and that would work great. But what we're doing right now is we're just making our own pattern. So you could use stripes, you could do polka dots, you could just make whatever you would want to make it your own and interesting. I think when you're thinking about crafting, it's like think about texture, think about you know,
Color.
what the eye, like little details that are easy. Like this is so easy, just adding on a few stripes.
Yes,
But
and
it really does
actually,
make a
apparently,
big
we just
impact.
heard that there's a big trend here for the spring and the summer, embroidery. So if you like to change up your home and stuff like that, people are talking a lot about texture on like pillows or blankets, and they were talking about embroidered pillows. Because it's not only about the look, it's also about the feel. So they say embroidery pillows, or they were talking about plaid. Although I'm like, did plaid ever go away? But apparently, plaid is making like a huge comeback for the spring and the summer.
How cute is this already? Okay, so now I'm going to take the scissors and just trim off the ends. I love this. This is so satisfying to do. And just to cut off the ends and then have these nice clean ends. You know, you might be looking at this and being like, this is me speaking about what I'm looking at, but I'm like, oh, you know, they're a little wavy. They're not totally straight, but I kind of like that. It gives it a really whimsical look. You know, these are very cartoonish, so I think it goes really, really well. So what I'm going to do now is wrap it around the paper towel roll. I'm just going to add some glue, a line of glue, and then I'm just going to press it down. And then I'm not going to glue the whole thing. And then I'm just going to go around like this. And glue it there. How adorable is that?
That's so
now,
cute.
I think if you were hosting, let's say like an Easter brunch and you wanted to do a lot of placeholders, this one is so simple to do and it's really effective. And this is like something that wouldn't take too much time. You could easily, you know, make these in advance. You could even give these away because they're so easy to do.
Yes, I just saw and kind of put like little goodies in there. Like put a little piece of paper on the bottom to just close it, put some candy or treats or money. I always like the cash. You know, and then this way people can pull off their head and they get like a special surprise.
Oh, I love that.
We should have done that.
Now, we don't have any pom-poms today, but we had a few scrap pom-poms when we made this, and we just glued on 2 pom-poms for the feet. Totally optional, but just adds a little pep in his
Whimsy,
step.
yes. Okay, for the face now, we're gonna work on the baby face.
Baby face.
So we're actually, so these are the faux eggs we got at Michael's, really inexpensive, cheap, you know, and they and then plus you get the egg carton, which we plan on doing. We're gonna do like a summer crafting series for the whole family over the summer. So we'll probably use this egg carton for something then. But to make the bunny heads, we're actually going to be flipping the eggs around. Or actually, I don't know if there's a top or the bottom of an egg.
I did some one way and some the other.
So this one is like
upside down
egg,
and this one is not. I think it really doesn't matter. It's the character you want to give it, you know?
Yes. And the same thing, we're going to take our craft blade here and just poke it a little bit.
I just move the sock glue gun away from you.
So we're going to go not so much right in the center of the top, but just a little down from the center. And just poke a little hole very carefully.
And you know, the reason we don't do it on the seam, or the reason I felt like one of the reasons we didn't do it on the seam was because the plastic is a lot thicker on the seam. And also if you do it on the seam, you might split the egg apart. So doing it a little below the seam, I think helps a little. So then when you stab your craft knife in, wiggle the blade to help open it up a little bit. You could even take, you actually want to show, you could even take a pair of scissors and do the same thing.
And just kind of poke it. And actually we recommend also for like intricate cuts for felt, Fiskars does have the precision scissors.
Oh yes.
Which are a little smaller and they have a smaller tip. Oh, here they are. So really easy to use. So we use these when we're cutting like intricate shapes and patterns on felt, or kind of doing like a smaller type of hole here or something, just because they're easier to work with. Okay, and then for the ears, of course, we're using pipe cleaners.
I love it. It's a throwback to crafting. So each pipe cleaner was about 4 inches long.
So I'm gonna just cut it in half there. And then we're using our wire cutters to cut the pipe cleaner. You could use the scissors, but we try to, use the correct tool for the right job, Just really Oh, go ahead.
I have a PSA.
Uh-oh.
Please do not use your regular scissors for cutting pipe cleaners. It's just like, I feel like it's never a good idea. I don't know, because then sometimes you get a little nick in the blade and it just never cuts the same. Use a pair of wire cutters. It's really helpful. Would you agree?
I mean, I feel like I have to, right?
That's right.
I mean,
That's
I
right.
don't have a choice.
No,
he has the wire cutters up to me.
Yeah. But it really does make a difference.
So cute. So I'm just pushing the 2 ends into the little hole that I made. Wait, let me do one.
This is, I mean, I love crafts where you really see familiar craft items like pipe cleaners. We were just in Disneyland and they had a statue of one of the original Small World figurines, and the hair was made all of pipe cleaners. And it was just so charming. Cool. I just think, there's a nostalgia factor to pipe cleaners. It makes you feel like, you're a kid again, or it maybe brings you memories. At least it brings me memories of like camp crafting and stuff like that. So I always love seeing it in crafts.
I guess
very
the
cute.
baby, the face hasn't come into the ears yet, but that's okay.
Why? Because they're too big?
Yeah, but that's all right. Okay, and then for the little face here, we're just using a paint pen or a paint marker.
Yep, but use what you have.
And I'm just going to draw the face. I'm going to do a little nose and then a little mouth.
So it's basically
this way. Let me come around. So it's basically like a swoop. There it is.
Here, let me show it right here first. So it's basically the nose is like a U. And then the mouth is like a YW. Oh, that's adorable.
Hard to get a
I could tell Dennis was nervous. I could
tell Dennis was nervous.
Okay, and then you want to just add a little bit
of the blush of bashful.
So you can add 2 little circles right beside the mouth.
Like above, right?
Yeah, like right a little bit above. Oh, cute. And this pen was so, it's so light. You can barely see it, but I kind of like that about it. And then you can add just a little bit in the nose. Very cute. Okay.
So cute.
Okay,
so now, then to finish it, we're going to be adding googly eyes. You could, of course, just make an eye with a
marker,
a paint pen, paint marker.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to say, when you're creating something that's a face, the eyes are really important. The placement of the eyes is everything. Are you going to do it?
No, you can do it.
I'm going to be using.
You feel like you're all about the eye content.
Yeah. Well, when we were making this, I kind of took the eyes off like 3 times sometimes because they were like not lining up, and then they looked almost like drunk.
Oh god.
They look like a little too googly. So you put the first one down, and then you really want to make sure that the second one aligns to it. And what I like about using the glue gun with these plastic eggs is that if you don't like the placement, it's easy to move. You just wait till it dries and it pops off and it doesn't leave any residue. If you're working with craft glue, sometimes you move it and then you see a little shimmer of where the craft glue was at one point. I think that's pretty good. I don't know. What do you think?
Very cute.
Very cute,
Andrew always typically, like, we both have different strengths, of course, in crafting. And Andrew is like the eye crafter. He will always do the eyes, and he will spend a lot of time trying to shape. And I'm sure if you've been with us for another class, we do a lot of eyes on things, sometimes paper eyes, sometimes just a googly eye. But Andrew will add like 6 layers to make one eye. But it really makes a difference.
It does make a difference, and I like to craft slowly. So these hour classes, sometimes I feel
you can say that again.
Okay, well I mean, this is adorable.
So cute. Let's go on to the mama.
Okay, so now we're gonna go on to the mama with the paper tube that we already cut. The eyes make it, see? With the paper tube that we already cut, we're gonna cut out a square that's the same size as the tube.
You know
but
what
we're
I
gonna
just
attach
thought?
it a little differently.
What we forgot on these, especially if you're doing a full like table,
Oh,
a tail.
A tail.
Really cute.
Tail.
Pom-pom tail would be cute, or a yarn tail. You could also probably take a pipe cleaner
Oh yeah.
and just like wrap it into like a little ball. But it's like a
Now
bunny.
he's getting creative
A
on the
bunny.
spot.
I know. You're seeing this in action here. But
no one's seeing anything.
no
yet.
one's seeing. I know.
Anything.
Sorry. I pulled it right up to my face, of course. My eyes are getting bad. But just making a little bunny tail, so cute, out of my pipe cleaner.
Oh, that's so cute. You want to glue it there?
Yeah,
We'll
you
never
need a
see it?
bunny.
Yeah, okay.
You need a bunny tail. You can't have. What are you?
And you know what?
crazy?
We could do the same thing for the feet.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I'll,
for
I'll
the
do that
feet.
with the mama.
If you
I'll do
don't
that
have
with the
like
mama.
a pipe cleaner.
I'll do it with the mama. Oh my gosh.
And now this one doesn't have any arms yet.
No, they haven't sprouted yet. But I'm going to show you how to make arms with the mom. Okay, you ready? You're
Sure,
gonna
dear.
cut out that felt.
Okay. And now this one we want, you see we have a little, it's kind of not tight. It's loose there on the bottom there to give her like a little
flowy dress moment.
flowy dress moment.
I thought it was more of a Jackie O dress.
Oh,
not a-
yes. Now I see it. Oh. Okay.
Dennis is playing with dolls at the moment. I feel
Throwback. Okay.
So
So
it's fun when you want to play with your crafts, you know?
yeah, why not?
oh, I just set them up so perfectly.
Do you want now how did you do this, the bottom part?
I just did it.
It's
just
the
cut
same.
it.
Okay, so it just I understand. Okay. So to get the flowy,
Yeah, to get the flowy dress, you
you
want
still
to.
cut it the same way. You're just gonna glue it on a different way, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Like, but look at that, so perfect.
All right, and then you want to cut it so it's a little, you know, a slightly overlapping, but
shorter.
not.
Okay.
Yeah. So like right here.
There you go.
All right. Okay, so now for this one, instead of attaching it all the way around, we're just going to attach it like this. That's going to give it almost like a cape look.
Or I just thought the queen.
The queen.
It looks like a queen outfit.
That's because we just finished the crown.
That's true.
We got the royals on our mind. So I'm just
Who
going to
doesn't?
glue.
Am I right?
I'm just going to tack it down on the paper towel roll or the craft roll, excuse me.
We're working very low today. I feel like we have all this beautiful space here.
You were just crafting off screen as
I
well,
know,
dear.
I know, like I should talk.
All right. So there. And then that just gives it almost like an A-line feel, very easy to do. I like that about this craft. Very simple, very simple. I'm going to save these scraps because we're going to make arms in just a second. Actually, I'm going to make the arms right now. So to make the arms, I'm going to use 2 pipe cleaners. Or actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to use one pipe cleaner. I'm going to cut it in half, just like the ears.
Don't forget, if you ever make any of these projects, we love to see them. You should use the hashtag #MakeItWithMichaels, hashtag Fiskars, tag us, tag Fiskars. Oh, we got one finished bunny here. Oh, D, so cute. Loving it,
Oh
loving
my
it.
gosh.
Adorable. Oh my God, Christine, beautiful. So cute. Hello.
Those look great. You're fast crafters. I love that. So then I'm just folding it in half. You can see I make the little hand just by folding it like that. And I can already tell from what I'm looking at, it's a little too long. So I'm going to cut it down on the edges. And the great thing about these pliers is you can do them both at the same time. So easy. And then I'm going to mimic the same thing for the other hand. So folding it, creating a little hand. And the way I created that hand, just to give it a teeny little bit of detail, was I didn't fold it, I didn't pinch it at the top. I kind of like folded it to the wrist. And then you could even like bend it a little. Look how cute that is.
I just thought we should have given her a cell phone.
You can make a cell phone.
Yes, she
Out
should
of
have,
phone,
like,
yes.
a little cell phone and a coffee.
Oh my gosh. It's always like you get all the inspiration when you're done, you know?
Of course.
So we actually have this felt that's randomly cut, which is perfect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it, and then I'm just going to cut it using the scissors. So as you can already see, I'm just making a little sleeve. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of glue right up to the line and then roll it. And let's see. I just want it to roll like this. And there you have an adorable sleeve that's attached to my finger.
Yes.
You know, that's hot glue for you. So, but what's really great is I'm just going to be completely transparent. I got a little bit of glue on this side, but since it's going to be really close to the body, I'm not worried about that. I am just not worried about that.
Yeah, I think a lot of us tend to kind of stress about those type of little things when in the long run, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
You know, it's like once you see it as a whole unit, those kind of imperfections,
And
you know, get erased.
for sure. And to correct that, I'm going to see if I roll it and then cut it, if that helps. Let's see.
Cute.
Look at that. I just found a better way to do it. So I would roll it and then cut it. And then I can just add a little more glue to where it didn't.
I was thinking too, like them holding like a little mini basket. You know, Michael's has like a great little miniature section.
Oh my
with
God.
all the little
Love the
fairy
mini
things
section.
and all the miniature dollhouse things. So cute to have like a little prop, like a little basket filled with flowers or something. That would be so adorable.
That would be so cute. I think there is like a basket with like carrots or something in it, right? Okay, and then I'm just to add a little cuff. Just, you know, it's the smallest details that make the biggest impact. So why not? Yeah, will you cut that?
Sure.
And while he's cutting that, I'm just going to trim this.
I also just want to give a little you see, like a lot of the pieces that Andrew and I use for our felt, we try to use as much felt as we can. So you'll see a lot of different cuts and shapes because we're always trying to kind of keep the same felt that we have for as long as we can. Am I making sense? So we don't really cut from the middle or anything. We always cut from the edge going in and kind of just using, you know, the smaller pieces as a guide. I'm sure a lot of you seasoned crafters do the same thing, but just so you get the most out of your materials. Okay, like half. Can you do?
Yeah, you could probably cut that in half. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm just going to add the cuff with just a little bit of glue again.
So cute.
Adorable. You know, and if I was working, oh, you know what I'm going to do? This is the thing I love about felt. I have a little bit of glue here. Can you see that in the camera?
Try to get this light.
I love felt because I'm going to use my precision scissors. I'm literally just going to cut. I don't want to cut through the fabric. I want to just almost shave the fabric. I'm going to cut these glue pieces off. Now you can't even see that.
Dirty arm, clean it up.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I mean, come on. That is really
so cute.
Okay, let me add the cuff to this one. And I was gonna say if I
the trivia question should have been like, how many times did we say cute?
Oh my God. 500.
But I mean, when it's cute, it's cute. What are you supposed to do, you know?
I know. Sorry if my fingers are in the way. Okay. Now that is pretty adorable. I'm gonna just trim up this little area.
Get a little closer, dear.
Sorry, dears.
Can you see that?
There we go. Trim any extra stuff. And here we have 2 adorable bunny arms. Now I'm just going to attach them right to the dress. So I'm just going to add a little a little glue. And I think I'm going to add a little glue to the paper towel roll in the front, the craft roll, just so the dress doesn't slouch down. So I'm just going to add a little dot, press it down. And then before I add the arm, I'm going to glue the seam shut so it doesn't look like open when it's actually glued onto the dress. So I'm just closing that up, and then I'm going to add a little bit of glue.
They also sell hot glue finger protectors
Yes, they do.
that you can get at Michael's or like your local dollar store, but you know, that you can wear. It almost looks like a little plastic thimble,
Yes.
heat resistant thimble that you wear on your fingertips if you're working with a lot of hot glue.
Are you saying I need that?
No, I'm saying you don't have any feeling in your fingers
That's
anymore.
true. I don't have a
Because-
feeling anywhere anymore.
But you could get those.
Okay, and then I'm going to do the same here. So I'm going to glue the seam up at the top and glue the arm, and I'm just going to press it. I'm going to line it up. I want to make sure that it's kind of looking similar, and press it.
Now I can't stop thinking about the queen.
Oh, okay. How cute is this? Now, to finish it off, I thought a bow would be super cute. And of course, I went with this extra large bow because I just thought she needed something couture, you know?
A couture, darling.
Yes.
Designers make it work.
So we're going to make an extra large bow for this, and I'm going to show you how. What you want to do is you want to cut a nice long, basically 2 nice long pieces. Dennis is going to cut that for me.
Okay.
About, let me see what I did for this one. I don't know, about 3/4 of an inch
Okay.
wide
Let's
for
get this
each.
leveled up here, yo.
So you're cutting it so it's nice and level. I see. Straightening
Yeah,
out the
nice and straight.
line.
Okay, and how much here we said?
About
Okay.
3/4 of
This
an
way.
inch.
Oh gosh, you can't do something like that. 3/4 of an
Yeah,
inch.
so like to like right here,
The
dear.
third.
The third dot. That's perfect. And we're going to do 2 of those, please.
Okay.
Now, I mean, bows are so trending this year. It's crazy. There's so many different ways to make bows, but this is a really simple, easy way to do it. Thank you.
And you want another little?
I want one with just like the green, please.
Yes. I'm just gonna cut that with the scissors.
I would do the same. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, since we have our 2 nice long pieces, let me see. How can I make
So
this so everyone can
easy.
see? I'm gonna take the first one, and this is gonna be the bow part of the bow, and the other part's gonna be the tail, and I'm just gonna bring these 2 together in the middle, just like that. Super simple. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hot glue it. So I basically folded this in 3s. So let's see. Here.
You have white things block the camera smile.
I think that might have been the shadow of the light. I'm sorry, the glare of the light.
Oh, I see.
Thank you. It's hard to.
It's like a dentist's office up in here.
Yeah. Okay, now you could leave it just like this, but I think it's nice to do this little detail with the scissors. I can use
The precision.
yeah, I can use the precision scissors. Here we go. And that's just to just create like almost like cut out like 2 U's to make this part thinner. I'm gonna do the first one. I think you'll be like, oh, okay, I get what you're trying to say, that you're not saying that well.
Yeah, you want the swoop.
You want the swoop.
You want
of
the
the
bow
bow.
swoop.
Do you see that? So I cut out a little swoop. Does not have to be perfect. And I'm gonna
It almost looks
I'm
like a
gonna
collar.
mimic the same thing on the other side. And this just gives it more of a bow look when it's done. There, do you see that? that just helps the bow really have that bow shape. So
Yeah, we're not using real eggs for this. We're using faux Easter eggs that we got at Michael's. They come in a little container like this. They're everywhere now. They also have wooden eggs that you can use, plastic eggs. These I guess they're considered plastic.
yeah, I think they're plastic eggs. Apparently, you can dye these eggs, which is really cool. What we love about this is you can use it year after year. Okay, so then I'm gonna make I don't know what part of the bow this is called, but
The center.
the center. So I thought another color would help add a little pop. So I'm gonna put this right here.
Also, you know, if you've joined these classes before, Fiskars has a box maker that we'll probably use for one of the upcoming classes, but we've used in the past. And on the box maker, you can not only just make boxes, you can make a similar bow that looks like this out of paper, and you can make envelopes.
Yes, it's very cool. All
And it
right.
almost kind of looks very similar.
That is so cute. Now I'm going to actually cut this down a little. This is going to be the tail. And then I'm going to cut, what would you call that? It's like the little bow detail.
Yeah.
It's the little V. So I'm going to cut it. What I'm going to do is I'm folding this in the center and then cutting a diagonal.
This always confuses me.
You know, around
I'll
the
always,
holidays,
yeah, it's like if we're rushing crafting, it's like I'll always cut from the wrong side,
yeah,
and
so
then
you
I'll
make-
get
you
like
make
a
the
point.
other, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was about to do it.
Yeah.
Like that.
So that, yeah, you got to go up to the corners.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna fold this down.
Dovetail. That is the correct
Dovetail.
term.
Thank you. What do you think? I think that looks pretty good.
Very adorable.
So I just folded this. Now I'm going to glue the fold. And then glue this right on top. This is what I like to call a makeshift bow.
Yeah, but
Very,
it looks
very
so
simple.
cute.
It does look simple. I think what really makes it is this little swoop in the middle and this little pop of color right here. It just adds to
Another
yeah.
layer.
It does
another
add another detail, dear. Okay, now I'm going to glue it right to the top of her dress.
So cute. I mean, come on.
Do, dance with me, darling. Like, how adorable. Come on. This is so cute. Okay, now we're going to do the face again.
Okay,
oh, and then when
yeah,
you
so
want to
same
just
thing.
zhuzh the... You got to zhuzh the bow, right?
Mama, she's going to go up with her cone head towards the top there.
Yes.
Oh, I just thought we should have done little glasses. Okay, I'll use this one. So again, we just punctured a little hole here. What?
I just registered what you said. We should have done little
Yes,
glasses.
I keep thinking like more accessories.
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 Hey.
Hey. So again, we don't want to puncture on the line here. We want to do it a little forward, and then we're going to take our pipe cleaner and our wire cutters and cut down them in half for our ears. Now, again, you can make a whole family of these. You can actually customize them to your family. We should have done a cat one. Oh my gosh.
That would have been confusing for Easter.
Right, yes. But well, it would be a cat dressed as a bunny. Or I guess like as a
now
chick.
there's too many layers.
Well, you know, we got nothing else to do. So
So you can see Dennis had a little trouble, so just go back and wiggle the tip right in. There you go.
would you recommend starting with ears always, or sometimes the face? I
I
guess
think,
if you
you know-
mess up the face.
That's true. I liked doing the ears first because it kind of centered the face for me in a sense, you know.
So cute. And same deal, we're gonna use our paint markers to make the faces.
Mhm.
And now we're not gonna do the papa here, but you can see,
You want me to show the papa?
yeah, show the papa.
You know, for this one, we just made a little suit. So we wrapped it in a full blue piece of felt. The tie, we just cut out the shape of the tie and we added some striping details similar to how we did the baby's clothes. I laid the stripes down and then cut out so it had that nice crisp edge right against the felt. Instead of trying to guess how wide these pieces should be and trying to match them up, glue it all, cut out the extra. And then a little collar. We did the arms the same way.
Okay.
So easy.
Let me see. Oh, that's adorable.
This one is so weird.
It's a really light pink. Do you want to glue the eyes on this one?
Sure.
Good luck. We literally got the teeniest googly eyes. They are so
Yeah, these are the smallest little googly
Those are
eyes.
2 googly eyes.
You did it here, right?
No, I did it on the eyes and then
Oh,
but you could
okay.
dry it that way.
Yeah, let me just do. Now, again, please join us for our next class in April, where it's going to be mid-April. I'm not sure if it's listed yet.
That's
Oh.
so cute.
Yeah, she looks okay.
Yeah.
Earrings.
It's on earrings.
One of our most iconic Easter crafts was Peep Onse,
Oh yeah.
where we
that's
did a Beyonce in when she was pregnant as a peep. Iconic. Beyonce wrote us.
We wish.
Just kidding.
Very cute, Dennis. Very cute.
And we called it Peep Onse.
Oh,
Oh my
come
gosh. I
on.
mean, she's adorable. So now, Ken, you can fill this with treats or snacks or anything like that. Cash. And then the head goes on. And then again, we added pom-poms for the feet. And then let's see, we're gonna do another little tail with our pipe cleaner here.
And on the original one, we made a little bow on the top, and I made that the same exact way I made the big bow, but just teeny.
Yeah, I think it's all about kind of vibing and jiving. Kind of adding the details you like, you want, you have. Again, we're always so impressed when we put out these craft supplies and our niece and nephew make these
Yes.
incredible structures or like these amazing things that we're like, what? How did you come up with that? Gonna give her a little tail. Should I do it on the dress or like peeking out of the dress?
I think peeking out of the dress. I think
So this is just a rolled up pipe cleaner.
very cute. Then maybe I would like fan it.
Yeah.
Very cute. Here, you know what? I have a few minutes. I can make this little mini hair bow. Why don't I just do that? Will you cut me a little strip of the green? With the rotary cutter, you can just use that.
Y'all, you heard him call this green, right?
Oh my gosh. Seafoam green, right? What do you call this seafoam green?
I don't know.
No,
I
it needs
think
to be long. It needs to be
he's
long.
losing his eyesight.
Wait, okay, I need to know in the comments. Would you call this seafoam green? Because I would.
Well, I wouldn't call green right away. Look,
It
I'm
needs to be
just
like
free
thin. It
balling
needs
these.
to be like
Oh my
half this
God.
size, baby.
I don't recommend doing this, but
Actually,
It
it,
actually
works
works
really
pretty
well.
well.
That's perfect. Did you see he didn't even need a ruler? I love that. Okay, now for this one, I'm actually gonna even do a shortcut version.
yes, or mint green.
See?
You still need to get your eyes checked, dear.
Okay. For this one, I'm gonna do it a little different. I'm gonna fold it over. I'm gonna almost do like a pretzel. I'm gonna fold it, and then I'm gonna fold it again.
Seafoam green.
Thank you, everybody. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of glue.
I'm right about
Right in the
being
center.
wrong.
So I'm just gonna add a little. And then fold
So
it.
you're like actually making a bow.
Yeah.
So cute.
I call it the pretzel bow. Okay, and then I'm just going to use a precision scissors and cut a little V. Oh, I forgot. What was this called? The dove?
Dovetail.
The dovetail? I love that. I have to be very quiet when I'm cutting things that little.
So cute. I was actually thinking also these are so fun because they could be done like any scale.
Yes.
Like if you find like larger eggs, like I mean, you could make your own or use a balloon or something like that. But you could make these big. I could see these on people's like front porches.
Oh yeah, wouldn't that be so cute if you did it with like a hurricane, like a glass hurricane? Okay, is this big enough? I'm gonna make it big enough, and then I'm just going to It's not big enough. Oh dear.
Do you need another piece?
Just take this.
Utterly charming.
All right, so and then I'm just gonna glue it. Okay, for the giveaway, should we repeat what we're giving away?
Yes, for the giveaway today, you're going to get the Lilac Loop Rotary Cutter, one of our favorites. They call it the Loop because of the handle here. It's got the safety guard, works
Loop,
really
there it
well.
is. Mhm.
And of course, you can also replace the blade as time goes on, but you probably won't need to. The Loop Lilac Rotary Cutter. We're also going to be giving away the Lilac Classic Scissors here. So cute, perfect for the spring and for Easter. We also said, what, the wire cutters? We also use our wire cutters for popsicle sticks.
Yes.
Would you
yes.
say that you're okay to do that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, I know there's a lot of rules about the tools, but we will use this for popsicle
Rules
sticks.
for the tools. I mean, come on, everybody! Isn't this just adorable?
And last but not least, we're going to be giving away one of the cutting mats.
Yes, where is the cutting mat we're giving away? We're going to be giving away the 12 by 12 cutting mat, which we absolutely love because it's really easy to store and it can be used for so many different things. It's self-healing. It's great.
I need to be self-healed. Here we go. So if you can put the camera up to the front here, we can end our class today. So fun. I'd love to see your projects if you were crafting along with us.
I just felt like I crafted for like 3 hours. I was trying to craft so fast. You ever
Oh my gosh, so cute.
I love it. Oh yeah, can
I
you see
love that
everybody's?
those are like, yes, little colorful Easter eggs. So adorable.
Oh, Dee, those are great. Let me see.
Dee and Christine.
Christine.
So cute.
Oh my gosh, I do love those pipe cleaners of purple. Oh my gosh, these are great, everybody.
So we do ask you to send it. We're going to ask a trivia question, and we ask you to send your answers via DM, or you can email your answers at craftylumberjacks@gmail.com. We're across the board on social media at Crafty Lumberjacks. And the question today, which is on my phone.
I remember it.
Okay.
What is the most popular Easter candy in the United States? What is the most popular Easter candy in the United States? Now, I don't know. Did you just say this? You can Google it. Did you
Yeah, you can Google it.
Google it. It doesn't even have to be
So
right. It could be broccoli, and we'll take it. You will be entered. So don't worry.
And again, this is only open for people live now watching us, and of course, this video will be on YouTube. And we hope you follow us and follow Fiskars and Michaels and all the things. We hope you have a wonderful spring, and we hope to see you in April.
Bye, everybody.
Take care. Bye bye.
Happy Easter.